Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. This is your latest Manchester United news and transfer news, and quite a lot to bring for you on this Sunday afternoon, which is a bit unusual. However, we have only got a week left of this transfer window, so it's not that unusual. Manchester United going in with a final bid for Jadon Sancho this week. Andreas Pereira leaving the club. Tellez news, and also a little bit on Dan James as well. So lots and lots to get through. Let's start off with the Jadon Sancho situation. It's coming from a BBC journalist. I'll tell you their name. It's always important to do that. Liam Bradford, who is a BBC Manchester United sort of watcher, correspondent, whatever you want to say, saying that Manchester United will go in with a bid for Jadon Sancho this week, and that they are very frustrated at how long things are going on. I would disagree with that. I think a lot of the frustration should be coming from Manchester United Football Club themselves. Borussia Dortmund have been very clear. Welcome to Roman Singh, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Borussia Dortmund have been very clear about how much they want for Jadon Sancho from very early on, and that has never really changed. So United's frustration at trying to get a good deal out of Dortmund was always going to come to the last week of the transfer window. So that frustration at the end of the day may be a little bit of, trying to appease the fans, but the reality is this deal could have been done a long time before. But the reality is this bid will go in this week for Jadon Sancho from Manchester United, because there is no other week after this week for them to do it. So they've got to do it. And this is now from, was it Thursday night? People were saying a bid was going to go in. I think it was the Daily Mirror. We're now starting to get more and more meat on those bones of what's going to happen. Now, what we are hearing is that Manchester United will offer around £75 million outright for Jadon Sancho. Hold on. £75 million outright for Jadon Sancho, with £15 million guaranteed to come in next summer. So a 75-15 split. And their argument is that £90 million guaranteed for Jadon Sancho is a fair price, considering COVID and that everybody else's price has dropped. However, Manchester United are willing to move up to £100 million outright, maybe a 75-25, maybe an 80-20, maybe an 85-15. But £100 million outright offer is expected to go in for Jadon Sancho if it needs to go in. Now, will Dortmund say no to that when it's only £8 million off the €120 million, £108 million that they want? That is going to be the interesting thing. But expect that bid to come in for Jadon Sancho this week. And having just watched Manchester United's opponents next week, Spurs, capitulate against Newcastle late on, I think we're in for a very big game this time next week against Spurs. And I would very much like Jadon Sancho to be wearing a Manchester United shirt, because I don't think we can afford to drop 3 more points, and we need to be prepped for that game. So hang on. Fasten your seatbelts, get in the 90% club, whatever you want to do. This is going to be a very interesting week with Jadon Sancho. And what I would say as well is there is so much noise around it. Nobody I've spoken to, nobody public of any note is saying anything about this deal is not being worked on. This deal can't happen. Some are saying it's hard, but everybody is saying it's being worked on. So expect a critical week for Manchester United. I've just done the watch along on That's Football. And I had people saying to me, this is one of the biggest weeks in Manchester United's history. I wouldn't go that far, but it's definitely a very big week. And what happens with Sancho is going to be pivotal. And I feel United have put themselves in this situation where they have to deliver this. Hence, I'm 90% club. Mark, Spurs can't beat Magpies and United struggles against Seagulls. You need Ace Ventura, pet detective, to manage your club, says Zayn Miassi. Arsenal fan. Anyway, also, Andreas Pereira, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed this, that there is a strong link that Lazio may take Andreas Pereira on loan this season with an option to buy. Little bit of confusion about what that option to buy value would be. Some are saying €10 million, which is about £8 million. Some are saying €27 million, which is about £23 million. I hope it's the latter. But look, United need to shift some players on. A loan deal isn't great, but Andreas Pereira in Serie A, he did well in La Liga. He could do well there. He's of the right age. He might be a player that can go there and do well. He's got no future at Man United. So if Pereira goes on loan to Lazio and does well and they want to buy him, or another Serie A club wants to buy him, or another club wants to buy him, that to me is a happy medium, considering we gave him a long-term contract a year ago. Get him out, get him playing football, and look to move him on. So that would be a big positive to me on Andreas Pereira. And, I said this about a month ago. I said the last 2 weeks of the transfer window, I think you'll start to see a lot of players moving out of United when they realise they're not part of the matchday squad. And Pereira's not been part of any of our games so far. I don't think he was even on the bench for the Carabao Cup game against Luton, where we played our reserves. So he's got the message. He'll have his agent working, and hopefully he's going to get a move, because I think that's very, very, very important. And I think it's good. I don't think Harry Kane got a red card, by the way. If he did get a red card, he wouldn't be playing next week. Son went off at half-time. He might be injured, but expect Son and Kane to play next week. But I don't think it was Harry Kane who got the red card. I think it's been confirmed that it wasn't him, it was the coach. So, look, Harry Kane will play next week. Whatever. We've got, I'm not one who goes in for that. I don't want opposition players to be out or injured. I want us to beat what they've got to offer, because otherwise how can we ever learn? So Pereira looks like he's going. Dan James wants to stay at Manchester United, but Manchester United will reassess that situation dependent on whether they get Jadon Sancho. There is interest from Leeds. I was told this morning that Dan James is very likely to go to Leeds, but developing story is that Dan James has said he wants to stay at United and fight for his place. I feel sorry for Dan James to a certain extent. I think this season was going to be a big season for him after an up and down first year. He's never really been played in his best position, which I think is left wing. He obviously wants to stay. He obviously wants to work hard, but ultimately it's down to the manager. We're not a charity. If the manager and the coaches don't think that Dan James offers enough for us this season, and a loan move's right for him or a sale is right for him, then that's the decision to make. But it will all come down to what United do this week on Sancho. Because if Sancho comes in, you've suddenly got a lot of options, and Dan James probably doesn't get on the bench. I think Lingard's ahead of him at the moment. So let's see what happens with that one. But look, Dan James at the moment looking like he will stay at United, but I think United will look to move him on if and when we get the Jadon Sancho deal done. Telles, look, the latest on Telles is that United are playing the long game with Porto here. There's a week left in the transfer window. They've agreed terms with Telles. They want to agree terms with Porto, but they don't want to pay as much as Porto want. You can sort of see United's situation here, because I think Alex Telles is reportedly agreeing with United on this. He's only got a year left on his contract. In January, in January, we're not in August. We're going into October. January's like 3 months away. In 3 months' time, he can talk to United and join us for free. So I think United are basically saying, we're not giving you 25 million euros. We're not giving you 20 million pounds. We want to give you 12, 15 million pounds because he's out of contract in basically after this season. So the feeling is from the Portuguese press is that this deal will happen, that Telles wants to come to United above anybody else, that United want him, but Porto it won't be tonight. It won't be today. This done deal thing is not true. People who said done deal last night, it's not true. Fabrizio Romano confirmed it in the early hours of the morning. It's not done deal yet. It can happen very quickly, but it's not done deal yet because there is an issue over the fee. And there is a feeling that if United just hang in there, Porto will have to take the money before the transfer window closes. So let's see what happens on that. It's a bit of a game of chess. But yeah, everything's hanging on at the moment, isn't it? Everything is taking time. And it's important that we get some of these players out. Ali out, Pochettino in before City get him next season, says Barry Doran. So just people joining a little bit late. Some developments today around Jadon Sancho. BBC, Manchester journalist saying that Manchester United will make another bid this week. We haven't officially made a bid yet. What I would say as well, we haven't officially made a bid yet, and Manchester United don't make official bids till they know it's going to get accepted. There seems to be, it's about meeting in the middle here, and I don't think Dortmund will take 90 million. I think we're going to have to pay 100 million. But as I said, the rumour is that United will offer 75 million plus 15 million next summer, 90 million in total. But they will go up to 100 million if needs be. This is not add-ons. This is not it is instalments, but it's not add-ons. So 90 million, 15 next year, 75 this year. But United up to 100. But United won't bid unless it's going to get accepted. So let's see what happens. I think Dortmund are playing Bayern in some sort of Super Cup game on Wednesday. They've got another game on Saturday. We play on Sunday. I would like to see Jadon Sancho as a Manchester United player by Friday at the latest, so we can get him in the matchday squad for Sunday. He's fit. He's played games for Dortmund. It's exactly the same scenario as Bruno in January, whereby He basically came straight from playing for Lisbon straight into the United starting lineup against that Wolves team. So, we can do that with Sancho, but we can't do it if we sign him on Saturday tea time. He needs to be part of the team by next Friday. Can United do that? Look, this could be a deal that happens a week tomorrow on transfer deadline day. But I don't want United to be doing that. Romano has tweeted about Lazio interest in Andres Pereira, says Robert Griffin. Yeah, we've spoken about that one. Look, Pereira, does anybody disagree? We've got the 8 o'clock show tonight. We're going to be talking about Bruno with Ricky. And got Flex on and I don't know who we've got on else. Yeah, I've forgotten. Well, I haven't forgotten. I haven't sorted it. But we are in a situation now where we're moving towards a pivotal week. But on Pereira, he's got to go. I said it. We've all said it. You can't. Lingard, Pereira, and Mata, only one of them get on the bench if they're lucky. So, what's the point in having Pereira, Mata, and Lingard? They're all the same player as far as I'm concerned. Pick your favourite, get rid of 2. I don't think we will get rid of 2. I think Mata will be here for the next season, and I think Lingard possibly will be. I can't see Lingard going now with a week to go. They're going to have to give Lingard a new contract because he's out of contract next year, which I don't know whether he deserves that or not. But at least if we get Pereira out, then we've got one of those 3 out because we're carrying too many as far as I'm concerned. No way Sancho is leaving Dortmund. They don't have a replacement, says Craig Chris. I don't know why people are talking like this. Dortmund haven't got a replacement, so there's no way he's going to go. Since when's this been the thing? Dortmund don't necessarily need a replacement. I couldn't give 2 shits about Dortmund's replacement. Look, 90% club, not 75%, not 50%, not no percent, not 25%, 90% club. Take your replacement argument and stick it where the sun don't shine. That don't factor to me. That don't take any numbers off me. I'm 90% club, man. No numbers coming off me. So I don't know what this replacement stuff is all about. I'm not interested in that replacement stuff. Aren't we actually selling our next best centre-back in Smalling? If so, if it happens, says Fred the Red. Well, Smalling doesn't have a future at United, so he will be sold. There are some rumours about us signing Milic. Is that true, says Gabriello? Well, there are also rumours that we're backing for Josh King. I didn't want to talk about it, but there is talk that we're backing for Josh King. Josh King has got to leave Bournemouth. Who is stupid enough to take Josh King? Who wanted to take him in January? He's Norwegian. Not the stupid person. Josh King is Norwegian. I think United will think Josh King is the perfect backup striker. To be fair, Agallo looks terrible at the moment. So we do need a backup striker. But for me, is Josh King a backup striker for Arsenal? So why is he a backup striker for United? I just don't get it. I do not get it. Callum Wilson's the better striker out of him and Josh King, and Callum Wilson's a Newcastle striker. He's not a Man United bench player. Has Josh King ever gone 7 games without scoring, says Robert McCormack. I don't know. And Dortmund bought a replacement yesterday, says David Lee. And Igalo's going in January, and I think he will go in January. Coach Lauren is getting excited now. I think you're in for a really exciting week. I think you are in for a really exciting week. All I can say is 90% club, but not everyone believes me. That's fine. But what I can tell you factually is that United are dealing with this deal. They are going back in on this deal. They are going to make a bid on this deal. They don't normally bid unless they know a deal's going to happen. It's moving. It's happening. And I tell you what, I don't want to jump the gun on this one, but there are so many arseholes on social media, Dortmund fans, rival fans, who've been bantering about this deal for 6 weeks. And if we do it in the last week of the window, they are going to shut down. They're going to have to shut down. They are going to take the major L. That apparently I was taking the L, and I've just sat there going, "There's plenty of time. There's plenty of time. We'll do this late. We'll do it late." But we are going in. We are going in. And look, I'm not going any higher than 90%. Not going to be arrogant. There's still a 10% chance it won't happen. But when you've spent 4 months working on a deal, and there's 1 week left of the transfer window, and you're going in to get that deal done, and he's your number 1 priority, and you need it, you do the maths. Mark, have you noticed that our new signings start off well but decline as they progress? Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Dan James, Agallo, even Bruno to some extent. Why do you think that's happening? Says Joe and Daniel. Well, I like the way that you've used Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's signings there, Joe, and tried to make it about Ole, because what about Mourinho? Pogba, Zlatan, Bailly, Lindelof, Lukaku, All of them did the same. What about Van Gaal's signings? Memphis, Daley Blind, Schweinsteiger, Schneiderlin. This is, what about Moyes' signings? Mata, Fellaini, we haven't bought well pretty much since Robin Van Persie was bought by Sir Alex Ferguson. So I think you've got to put it down to recruitment and scouting, really. We're just not buying the right sort of players, are we? You were supposed to buy Martial 7 games and no goals, says Robert McCormack. Is it that long since Martial scored a goal? I didn't even know that, Robert. I would never have guessed at that, so I couldn't buy it. Ollie out, Pochettino in before City get him next season, says Barry Duran. That's a tenner. Thank you very much. You've said that twice. And horrible signings since Sir Alex, says Orlando. And I'd be first to sit down if Sancho signs. Disagreed with you the whole time. Hope you're right, though, says Craig Crisp. And United should sign Aubameyang, says Malik. Well, that's not going to happen. And do you think Mata was a good signing, says Robin B? I think he was absolutely misused until it was too late. I think the only manager that's used Mata in the right way is Ollie, because Ollie's the only one that I've seen where he plays Mata more centrally. Whether it's Mourinho or Van Gaal or Moyes, they always used to put him on the right wing. And I know Ollie does put him on the right wing sometimes, but we've also seen Mata play more centrally under Ollie. What a waste. Juan Mata, to me, was one of the best attacking midfielders in Europe in 2012, and we put him out on the right wing when we bought him. We totally misused him, to be honest. Hello from sunny Florida. Blows my mind the hesitance of the United and Glazers to pull the trigger on Sancho signing. The perfect centrepiece for the club. His footballing plus commercial potential is unparalleled. And Barry Dorlan again says Ollie out so we can get Poch. He said it 3 times now, Barry. Most beautiful kit in the Prem this season, says Tom Velos. I don't know. It's a Manchester United channel. We're talking about signing Jadon Sancho. So yeah, Sancho bid going in this week. We think it's going to be 75 plus 15, but they will go up to 100. Pereira to Lazio this week. Telles to United this week. And Dan James to Leeds potentially this week. I think it has to happen, to be honest with you. I think Smalling will go as well. I think Romero might go as well. So we could be doing all the business that we needed to do before the season started in 1 week, which is not good enough. It isn't, but at the end of the day, we've got to get this. We've got to get these deals done. Poch is a prat, says Pete Squire. And hi Mark, could you please wish my friend Sherman a happy 18th birthday and call him a prat? It would make his week. Happy birthday to Sherman Lee. Ian Chow says you're a prat. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka has been excellent last season. Maguire good too, though he hasn't had the right partner. I believe the majority of the problems is due to this disturbing break post last season and no pre-season, says Vinnet. And Mark, as thinking Ollie is good enough, is our expectations lowered? The Glazers won, says Darman. I've said what I want to say, and you've said what you want to say. I don't want to... We've got a fantastic community here, and I don't have a problem with people disagreeing. But I can't say that I'm happy with the situation at United, because I'm not. But I can't say that any part of me is thinking about sacking a manager. I don't even know why that's a thing. I don't understand why that's a thing. For me, the thing at the moment is that the board have let us down again. The players don't look ready, and they needed some signings. And it's going to be a difficult season, and we all need to get behind the manager and the players. That's where I am at the moment. We finished 3rd. We've got Champions League football. We've got the Champions League draw on Thursday. We're meant to be signing Sancho this week. We've got a massive game against Mourinho on Saturday. Next Sunday, the mind games have started already. It's a massive week for United. And I want to see the positives in it. But, let's see what happens. I'm reading The Mixer by Michael Cox, and it's crazy how Cantona changed Premier League, followed by Bergkamp for Arsenal. These kids need to read who say, oh, it's just Bruno and not Ollie. Mate, Cantona changed Fergie's style of football. And welcome to the Members Club, Neb. Well, look, thank you everyone for watching. I know Man City are playing Leicester, so some people might be wanting to watch that. We are live at 8 o'clock with the Sunday night show. Ricky's going to be on, and I'm going to be on it tonight as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Smash a like on the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And look, the Sancho deal, I've told you, 90% club, and this week is looking like it's going to be the week we get it done. I hope we don't wait till next Monday. I want him in for the Spurs game. The boost he will give us in that Spurs game, we need it. We need to go into that game with Sancho in the team. I mean, Telles would be nice as well, and I think he probably will be. Maybe Telles will go to next Monday. I don't know, but let's get this deal done. There's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of news around it, and there's a big feeling from United that they can get this done. So let's get it done. Thanks everyone for watching. Just a quick update, and I think it's going to be like that for the next week or so. So make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. Thanks for watching.